To the organizing committee and participants of the second Multidisciplinary Industry and Academic Research, good day to all. I am Nechor T. Cadorna, a faculty of Jose Rizal Memorial State University, Dapitan City, Philippines. I am here to present to you my research paper entitled Teachers' Humor Orientation and Style Utilization Vis-A-Vis Students' Academic Performance. It is very amusing to think that humor in the educational setting has been studied for 40 years, yet scholars are still suggesting conducting further studies to tighten loose ends. Aside from humor in the educational setting, humor has been long before a concern of the fields of psychology, linguistics, sociology, and philosophy. Ironic as it may be, there is something in humor that must be taken seriously. It starts with culture. The meaning and usage of humor changes and can vary due to sociological aspects such as social class, social context, geographical origins, ethnicity, nationality, gender, and age. Inevitably, as culture differs, so as its types and functionalities. Complication starts as humor differ in usage and perception. As culture has its norms and accepted values, humor can either be funny or just downright offensive. As a country that is known to have humorous people, and in the advent of height of technology utilization, the more humor becomes influential. Humor can be found in the workplace, in media, and even in sectors where it is deemed antithetical, like in politics and in church. And this situation does not differ in the educational setting. As schools are places of large conglomerations of different cultures, humor types and functionalities roll down into place. And the main question is, what is the possible relationship of humor to learning? To answer the question, this study aims to achieve the following objectives. First is to measure the humor orientation level of English teachers, determine humor types utilized by English teachers in terms of appropriate and inappropriate humor, quantify the academic performance of the students in English, test the significant relationship between the teacher's humor orientation and their students' academic performance, test the significant relationship between teachers utilize humor styles and students' academic performance, and lastly, analyze and categorize appropriate and inappropriate humor samples. And to answer the question of how, the study had employed the quantitative descriptive correlation design of research with the aid of a standardized and an adapted questionnaire checklist. A two-phase analysis of humor samples was also used to provide cross-reference with quantitative data. The study has been conducted in 5 public and 2 private schools in the twin cities of Dapitan and Dipolog, a municipality of the Katipunan as well. We have 9 grade 11 teachers and 79 grade 12 students. The questionnaire checklists were administered through Google Forms, for it is deemed as the safest way to reach respondents in the middle of the pandemic. Without further much ado, I present to you the following results. To give light to Objective 1, Table 1 presents the humor orientation level of English teachers. With a mix of reverse-coded items, it is the goal of the questionnaire to move away from acquaintance bias and aim for internal consistency reliability. After computing as a group, results show that teachers had low HO levels. And just to make it clear, having low HO is not a bad thing. This means that teachers have perceived themselves low in producing humorous communications. This further suggests that teachers use more appropriate humor styles rather than inappropriate ones. However, as studies confirm, having low HO means you are perceived by students as less funny, less socially attractive, and less approachable. But just to make it clear, being less funny, less socially attractive, and less approachable does not make you less effective as a teacher. Table 2 presents the humor types utilized by teachers. It can be seen in the table that the teachers use humor once in a while or sometimes. This affirms our previous result that teachers having low HO levels have low humor variations. Related humor are frequently observed, unrelated, self-disparaging, and unintentional are sometimes observed, and all inappropriate humor types are never or not observed. with more of appropriate humor and less of inappropriate humor utilized in the classroom. Much hope of positive correlation is anticipated, but much of this will be revealed later. Let us first know the academic performance level of the students. Table 3 shows the students' academic performance level in English. It can be seen in the table that students have an outstanding academic performance in English. As the review of related literature is concerned, it has been found out that frequent use of related humor promotes learning. Less utilization of unrelated and self-disparaging humor maintains teachers' credibility, which includes teachers' expertise, trustworthiness, and goodwill. A near zero existence of inappropriate humor curves down discrimination and hostility in the classroom. With much positive notes on teachers' humor orientation and style utilization to students' academic performance, I personally thought that there would be a positive correlation between the variables, but there wasn't. When testing the correlation of humor orientation and style utilization to academic performance using Spearman rank order correlation, both tests revealed the following. Table 4, relationship between the teacher's humor orientation and students' academic performance, and Table 5, relationship between the teachers' utilized humor styles and students' academic performance, both resulted a non-significant correlation. What went wrong? Upon further analysis of related studies, it was found out that academic performance was too broad to correlate with humor. There are many factors that affect the grades of the students, and humor could only be a possible factor. So therefore, do not use humor in the classroom anymore. It is a waste of time. I'm just joking. The paper is not yet done. The following table presents an analysis and a categorization of humor samples given by students. And to my surprise, the results revealed game changers. Table 6 shows the frequency of appropriate and inappropriate humor samples. Surprisingly, it is very apparent in the results that it does not follow the same results as discussed above. As students given humor samples were analyzed, there are more of the unrelated rather than the related humor styles. If students first reported that their teachers frequently used related humor, why have problems recalling them? Interestingly, it could be that students perceive their teachers' humor to be related, yet technically it's not. With this inconsistency of data, it reveals that there is a problem with self-report and recall methods when studying humor. This means that there is a better method when dealing with the topic at hand. Delving back to the related studies, it has been found out that conducting experimental methods focusing on effects of humor to specific learning behaviors, for example, like knowledge acquisition, recall, and retention, would best test the effect of humor to learning. As for inappropriate humor styles, intriguingly, there is presence of inappropriate humor styles, though a handful that could serve as basis for further analysis. As a conclusion, the study revealed that teachers had low HO levels and low humor style utilization, and students had outstanding academic performance. However, the test of relations showed no significant relationship between the variables tested. Consequently, the endeavor of correlating HO level and humor styles to the broad academic performance led to a negative link. Nevertheless, concluding the humor does not play part with learning is still too early. The evidence of inconsistency of quantitative data due to self-report and recall methods gave further claim that there is much to humor and learning. In addition, the number of respondents and the inability of the study to examine students' learning behaviors such as knowledge acquisition, recall, and retention in relation to humor remain as a limitation of the study. It can be implied that self-report and recall methods led to problems in bias and accuracy of data. Thus, employing experimental methods to correlate humor with learning would be a great feat in the study of humor in the Philippine educational setting. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening.